Curtis A reached out to me, said make a theme song for my show. Said alright, just give me all the details, man. And my homie says he don't know. Well, if you're gonna pay me big bucks, cause I might should have something to say. He said, you know what I bring, I'm the customizing king, nothing else matters anyway. So is he gonna have guests? I don't know. Is he gonna go live? I don't know. What time will it be? What will you see? I'm pretty much in the dark, but I can guarantee he'll be customizing action figures, getting paint all on his fingers. It's art by Ackerman. It's art by Ackerman. Tips and tricks and conversation, sharing his gift with every nation. It's art by Ackerman. Art by Ackerman. You best get ready, cause now it's time for Art by Ackerman.
Welcome back to Art by Ackerman. This is another mail call on a Friday, and it's become tradition now. Every Friday, going to do a mail call, and every Friday I'm going to be joined by my good friend. He brings most of the recon and all of the rage. It is Blake, aka ReconRage. Blake, how you doing, sir?
I say it every Friday, but God dang it, I'm happy it's Friday.
No shit, man. It's yeah.
And
I am
Curtis,
well. Yeah. Oh, nice. I've got my coffee as well.
but read what it is, Curtis.
Yoda.
You're the best, man.
You're the best.
Yeah, you the best. Oh, and a Raider mug on top of it. Look at that.
Yeah. Got my Raider mug with my coffee with a little pumpkin spice in it to channel my inner white girl. So.
Yo, go girl. Hey,
Yeah.
and by the way, I have my Chicago Bears mug out here, and I'm a diehard fan, but we are off to a not so. I was excited, but I hope they turn it around.
I know it's not fall yet, but when I've got my pumpkin spice, it just kind of feels fall.
It does. And if you really look outside, I don't know where you're at, but out here in the Pacific Northwest, colors are starting to change. Nights are around the 50, 49, 50 mark.
Yeah, here it's been weird. Like it'll get cool for a few days, and then it'll have one day that's like in the 90s, and then it goes back down to be. I don't know. It's just weird. So, I know we're at a different time. Normally we're running a little later in the day, but I have got a haircut later today, and I need one bad. All of this, like on the side, is supposed to be shaved down to nothing. So it has been getting out of control. Supposed to have one last Friday, but unfortunately my hairdresser was in a car accident. She's fine. Everything's good. But, she totaled her car, and then she was kind of having, just some soreness in her arm and stuff. And so we canceled the appointment, and she's now back to work, and I got one later this afternoon. So that's why the early time. So just FYI. So if anybody's tuning in later and going, hey, I missed it. They went at a different time. That's why.
I thought you were doing a Legion's Con ramp-up tribute haircut to Steve Bisciotti. I mean, starting to get that.
It's kind of looking at, but not when you go to the back, because I got the
okay, there we go.
In,
yeah,
mullet's looking good. So we're not touching that. She might trim up the neckline and stuff, but the mullet is staying. Just need to shave the sides down, maybe do a little shorter on top, and kind of go from there. So,
well, you do have a good head of hair. I got to give you compliment. And that's coming from a man that doesn't have hair. Like,
yeah. So that's been like I've been seeing the same hairstylist for, I don't know, like 8 years or something. And so we've tried like many different looks. I went with the whole, had the top knot, went with the ponytail, and then now we're doing the mullet. Like, I've got options. So, but if I didn't have hair, that would be one less thing I had to think about. So I'd have more time for other things. So, plus it'd be a lot easier. You just get out of the shower and it's like you're done, right?
I'm telling you, my haircut, $29.99 for over 50 haircuts at Costco, and it lasts me a year.
That's Joy Toy money right there.
I'm not bald because I want to be. I want to buy action figures, so I got to roll that. It's all financial, man. It's all spreadsheet stuff.
All right. Let's see what we got in the chat. We got MJ Staten here. Are we there yet? Yes, we are now here. So Jeremy Govier is in the house. I got a package I'm gonna be opening up. I don't know what it is. I didn't ask for anything. I didn't buy anything, so we'll see. We got Crom316 in the chat. He'll be with us, I believe, tonight for Offworld, where we're going to be discussing the coolest weapons in all of film or television. So, and I believe, I'll have to look, but I believe it all ended up being from film. I don't know that any of the television ones made it in, but yeah, we got 32 of the coolest weapons of all time, and we're going to be doing a bracket, and we'll see which one comes out on top. Freaks Figures is here.
What up, brother?
Let's see. We got Jen, aka Lucky Sprinkles. Jen, let us know what kind of mail you got. Did you get some credit card offers? Any lawn service solicitations? We got Dub3 in the house. He just got that amazing dio from Mr. C, and he's been taking some awesome photos. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go to Lacerda Photo on Instagram because he's been doing some awesome stuff with that new dio. I can't even imagine, like, A, how much it cost to have that made, and then B, how he got it to him. Like, that thing is just, it's huge.
Well, I mean, Dub, I mean, on top of it, let's give a shout out where it's warranted, right? I mean, he turns out amazing stuff anyways.
Oh,
but then to turn around and have this amazing dio at his his disposal is just I can't wait to see what comes out of that. So I'll be watching.
David Smith is here, says hi all. Hi, David.
Hi, David.
Brad Johnson in the house. Jesse Marshall is here. And then Jeremy says it's a surprise made with love.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, yes, Dub. I am feeling basic white girl vibes today. So hope there's some diversity in the bracket. Is that what we're talking about? I mean, it's not all like one type of weapon, that's for sure. Or maybe he's talking about on screen. I don't know who's going to show up. So if somebody is interested in joining us tonight for the bracket, let me know. Obviously, the invite will go out to all of the people in the Offworld messenger group. But if anybody else is feeling like hey, weapons are right up my alley, and I would like to be part of that bracket, let me know, and I'll shoot you an invite. So. Jen says her Otho and Urzak arrives today.
Woo-hoo! Good job, Jen.
Mine arrived yesterday. The problem is that they went to the wrong address because I'm stupid.
The same address thing. Oh.
I had bought a Jersey Devil for someone, and sent it to their house, and so then when I got the Otho and Urzak. I didn't check the address and it sent it to that person. So now I've got to work it out with them. Like, hey, can you hold it for Legion's Con or can you send it to me or whatever? So, and then I had to make sure cause they placed an order for themselves for the Otho and Urzak. And then I had an order that went to them and it not only had their address, but had their name. So it's like, I was worried, did the Horseman cancel one of the orders because it both had that person's name and
over your 2 minimum?
I don't think that happened. I think they fulfilled both orders. But yeah, now I got to figure out how to get it. So it's a whole thing. Basically I'm dumb. And not only am I dumb, I'm also a liar, folks, because I did spend money on Otho and Urzak. I also pre-ordered one of the new Silverhawks, the Melodia, and I pre-ordered the Scarecrow from McFarlane. So I'm a weak, stupid man. There you go.
Okay. So first off, you're not weak, you're not stupid, and congratulations. Welcome back to the Addicted group.
Thank you. I appreciate
Addicts
it.
Anonymous, PAA.
I did make it 2 full weeks without buying anything, but
you almost got your first coin, but it didn't happen. Sorry about that.
Yeah. I'm going to, and at this point, I'm going to Joe Lanta next week. So I'm going to just wait until after Joe Lanta, and then I'll start back up again because there's no way I'm going to make it through that weekend without buying something.
Oh yeah, until what next? Was it Wednesday when Jeremy is in the studio?
Oh yeah. I don't know. Hopefully that's the Legion's Con thing because then I don't have to worry about that till Legion's Con. So, all right, but we're here to open mail. So let me get to it. I'm going to start off with this little package because I think I know what this is. If you were with us a few weeks ago, I had ordered a little thing to protect the camera on my phone because I got, one of the iPhones with the triple camera on the back, and I use that for all of my video. And I had found out that they have these lens protectors because my work phone, I also have an iPhone for my work phone, and I dropped it and the camera broke. And I was like, fuck, if that happened to my real camera, like I'd be screwed. And so I found out that they made these lens protectors. Well, so I got one a few weeks ago. You guys probably remember if you were watching. And I dropped my phone this week and it busted. But it did what it was supposed to do, which is it protected the camera.
Nice.
So I had to go and buy a new one. So yeah. So it saved my actual camera, which is great. Because otherwise I'd be totally screwed and I wouldn't be able to do YouTube stuff. But now I got a new one for this. So I will be applying that later today, and crisis averted. But when I first saw it, like I looked at, like it was like, I think it was this one over here. It was completely shattered across it. And I thought it was the camera itself. I was like, oh fuck. Like, and then I peeled that protector off and it was fine underneath. And I was like, whew. Yeah, I was getting papers and everything.
Wait, hold on, one more time.
I was like red foxing it. I was like, whew. Yeah.
Channeling your inner white girl right there. You did it again.
That was my inner red fox, is what that was.
Oh, that's true. Like,
yeah.
I'm coming to join you, honey. I'm coming to join you.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that
guy. So that's the first thing. It's something small, but it's important to me and it's important to the channel to have that. Next, I got another package here from Amazon, and I think actually I'm going to open this other one first because I think that is stuff for this. So let me crack this guy open. It's a big one. Normally I would have this pre-cut, but I'm just not all with it today. So you got to bear with me. And of course they got it in a box in a box.
Oh, look, it's just like in the movie Fragile.
Yeah, this is Russian nesting box is what this is.
Fragile.
Yeah. I'm going to open this box, and there's going to be another box inside of this box. So, and then there'll be a box inside of that box.
Just as long as when you get to the final box, the item you wanted is in that box.
Yeah, and it does have glass in it, so I guess I understand them double boxing it. I appreciate that. So,
is that triple box or is that styrofoam?
This is that styrofoam padding, which I'm okay with. If
that one's okay.
I would not be okay. If anybody sends me styrofoam peanuts, you're probably going to get it back in the mail, just FYI. So,
ooh, oh.
All right. So this is for a project for this is going to be my shadow box that I'm going to have the Shadow Orc grunt test shot over on one side. I'm gonna have the actual Shadow Orc over here, and then a picture of me and Jesse in the middle. We did the reveal for it. It's got one of those films that you got to pull off, but and then it opens up. So
that's awesome.
And this is a nice one because it actually has like a bulletin board material in the back, so you can actually pin stuff to it if you wanted to. So that is the shadow box that I ordered. And then I think this is some of the stuff for it. Let's see here. So I got, this is just like a box of like brackets. So just like flat brackets with some screws. And my plan on this is I've got some of those Kaiser stands. And so I was going to take the part that like goes around the waist of the figure of the Kaiser stand and like bend the bar in half and kind of use one of these brackets to bracket it to the back of the thing. So it'll hold the figure kind of suspended up in the air.
That's cool.
That's the idea. So we'll see. And then
what up, G?
Which is some adhesive hooks. So let me just open one of these. It's kind of like the 3M hooks, but it looks like this. And the idea is we're going to see how well this works. I might have to use like some blue tack or something, but the Shadow Orc comes with an extra head. And so the idea is that I'll be able to like put the head on it. And this is a double stick tape on the back, and I put that on there so it'll have the extra head displayed. So
That'll be cool.
Yeah, I think that'll be neat. I might have to, the peg on here is not as big as the,
blue tack. Yeah,
obviously. So either blue tack or something else. But I mean, as far as size wise, like holding it out from the shadow bore, I mean, it holds it out pretty good, and it does keep it face forward. So,
are you gonna paint the bracket a color to blend into the back, or
no? My plan is to do everything in the back white. So I'm gonna do like some like a white card stock or something, because I wanted everything to really pop, like even the test shot and the figure itself and everything. I wanted it all to pop. So I figured with a white background it would be good, which is why I got those white brackets and I got the white pen.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll white it all up.
I'll be excited to see that one.
That's cool. My stuff from Amazon. And let me check out the chat here. Let's see. Jesse got his Otho and Urzak today. Brad got his yesterday.
Lucky.
Mine's
due to be here Monday.
At ToyCon, New Jersey next weekend. So we'll be at Joe Lana. So yeah, if you're anywhere on the East Coast, you should be at one of those two shows. Okay. Let's see. Shadowboxing when I heard you on the radio. Okay. Right.
Oh, by the way, if you're out in the Pacific Northwest, you should be one out of no shows. Just to let you know.
Gotcha. Hey, G, what's going on?
G.
G's here. JMax77 is here. Kaiser stands are better than Kaiser rolls. Facts. That is facts. Got to bounce in 15 for a meeting. All right. Well, we better get to Jeremy's then, because he's got to leave. So
nice.
He's got a purple demon sticker on the back. So nice cool presentation. Taped together really nicely. It's also got some lettering on the side that I have no idea what it means.
Is that a cat with a veil on?
It looks like a knight, like a little knight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, see it.
So, speaking of little knights, that Little Legion's coloring book is looking fantastic from Dusty Standiford.
I know, that thing's so cool. He knocked it out of the park. I honestly think I love his other coloring books, but there's something about this one that just speaks super uniqueness.
It feels like it's more him, like the other ones. It felt like he was taking Eric's vision and like just kind of not copying it, but just kind of like translating that to a paper. Whereas this feels like his interpretation of those characters. Okay, it says, Dear Labby, ugh, me caveman, make new finger painting palette, me carved out of stone for you. P.S. I included some stone PLA demon because I had it while I made this. Purpley yours, Jeremy Govier. So for those that don't know, I give Jeremy a lot of shit because he uses a dry palette to paint, which is, kind of what cavemen used when they painted on walls. Whereas I use a wet palette because I'm civilized. So that's kind of what he's referring to there. And so, yeah, it looks like he has sent me a dry palette of my own. And, awesome. And it actually says art by Ackerman on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, that's really cool.
So a little art by Ackerman.
Nice work, Jeremy. Nice one.
Sticker. And then what do we got here? This must be one of the little demons. So there you go. It's
cool.
See with that light, but
he's cool.
So, thank you very much. I'm actually going to get use out of this because next weekend we are going to be painting in Jolanta. And I can't bring like all of my paint supplies, but this will come in handy. So thank you very much, sir. I do appreciate it. It is, it's awesome. Even though you are a caveman. So, also big shout out, to other cave woman, Monica, Echevarria. She also uses a dry palette and refuses to use a wet palette. And it's really a shame because her paint jobs look spectacular. And if she used a wet palette, I think she could be like right up there with the top customizers in the community. Wow. But yeah, no, she's cave woman in it. So yeah. Jeremy says it's a Max Bird box reused. Okay, cool.
Nice.
They got great stuff.
Yeah, nice work, Jeremy. Nice work.
Let's see, that freaking rocks. Yep, awesome. Yep, he did a great job. Yeah, dry pallet gang. Yeah, no. Blake, you got anything for you to open?
I just have one that I kind of opened already, and this will be coming a little bit later. But hey.
Ooh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah,
that Unicron head. Now the translucent one, that's like a variant, right?
Yeah, and I double checked because a lot of the videos I've seen on YouTube and stuff, it looks like people were getting them separate, but I think that was because they were reviewers and Blocky sent them the box with the regular and making sure they had a translucent one. So everything I've seen is you can get the translucent one in the box. And yeah, that's where I'm at with that one.
Very cool.
I'm pretty excited about these. I actually like the Galaxy Wave. I gave my collection of classics over to Jeff. Obviously, last week he unboxed that. And of course, I'm all in on the Defenders. And if you want to see a really cool money shot tonight, you should tune into Let's Go Off-World, because this company might have a money shot coming out of it tonight.
Wow, blocky money shot. Very nice.
Yeah, and I'm actually surprised I'm saying that because I have some things to show tonight. But I'll be honest with you, this one's pretty cool. And then I have to give a shout out to this because I did get this yesterday. I have them all on my counter over there. But I'm telling you, Curtis, we'll talk more about this.
Yeah, I got him right now. He is torn up on my desk, ready to review. So I've already started the review for it, but I got to actually do like the individual parts and some comparisons. But I'm excited for that guy. He was the one that I was looking forward most in that wave.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to need many more of this wave spacesuits because I have so many custom ideas for this wave of characters. And the Thraxians, excellent. I mean, they're just that's an army builder. Like I got to have at least three.
For sure.
So
I could totally see that.
Whoo! Yeah, buddy.
All right. So no other comments there. I only got one more thing to open because I had a bunch of stuff. I kind of went through the Amazon ones, and then Jeremy said he was leaving, so I opened that. So I did not slow roll this or edge very well. But I do have a package from Shutterfly. If you aren't aware, Shutterfly does some amazing stuff. You take photos, you can go to them, you can have stuff made to kind of put on your wall. Darla does this book for me each year from Legions Con where she collects a bunch of photos and puts it in there. I'll probably grab one of those in a second, but I showed that off the other night when I was on with Schmerby. But they're fantastic. So if you have some photos that you want to kind of, memorialize either on your wall or in a book or something, they do a great job. So went to Shutterfly because I needed some help with what we were just talking about earlier with the shadow box. And so this is a metal picture. And when I say metal, I don't mean just like cool. I mean like it's made of metal. And it is Jesse and I when we were revealing the Shadow Orc Grunt.
That's awesome.
So it's a little bit because I had to get a screenshot from the computer. It's a little blurry, but I think it'll do for what I need. So yeah, there was one spot in the whole video where we're both holding up the figure at the same time. So I clipped that. So this will go in the middle of the shadow box, and then you'll have the figures on either side. Yeah.
Did I miss you saying? I might have. Is that a metal print?
It's metal. Yeah. So if you look at the back,
that's
metal.
cool.
I mean, it's also metal, but it's also metal. It's like
I like those. Those are cool.
Yeah. So yeah,
that's pretty neat.
This kind of stuff. And it like this one comes with like a little like a foam block on the back with a double-sided tape, so you can kind of stick it to your wall, and it kind of hangs out a little bit from the wall and creates this nice like 3D visual. But in this instance, I'm going to be putting that in the shadow box. So I kind of wanted the figures, this, and the heads all kind of stick out from the shadow box, so it all looks like it's kind of hovering like forward from the shadow box.
Three-dimensional depth. That's really cool.
Like
I love those type shadow boxes.
Some shadows in the shadow box is the idea. So yeah, that is everything. So I will be working on that. I believe I have all the things I need now to put together that shadow box. So but that's the plan. So let's see. J Max says Blake's awesomeness has me dipping my toe in Warhammer. Super fun so far. Yeah.
If you need any direction, J Max, because it's pretty overwhelming. There's been a lot released. Just reach out to me directly.
And for anybody looking for blockies, I still have a claim sale going on in the Purple Gang group. 1 day left. And there's a bunch of blockies over there that I've opened during travel toy trips. And then also there's, I've had some people reach out to me like, hey, if I get X, Y, and Z, will you make me a deal? And like, I'm totally willing to deal. So if you are over there looking at the claim sale and you're like, man, I'd like to pick up a few things, but it's a little, I'd like to have a better price, hit me up. I'll work with people. But yeah, that goes till tomorrow, 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. Close it right before midnight. I'll turn off commenting. And then I'll reach out to everybody, get their addresses, calculate shipping, and send out invoices. And then folks will have 7 days to pay before I send it out. So
nice.
Yep. I'm going to go grab those books that I was talking about real quick. I'm going to embiggen you, Blake, and you can talk to the folks about whatever it is you want to talk about.
Yeah, well, I'm happy it's Friday. And so does anybody have any questions around blockies or Joy Toy Warhammer or anything like that? I know there's a lot of people that have been messaging me directly, but if you do, feel free just to reach out. I can give you any direction that you need. Love to help you in your collecting direction and make sure you get what you want. So
you want to tell them about your show with Wraith Mace and all that?
Yeah. So I have a show out there. It's actually Wraith Mace. It's his name is Robert Monty. He's an awesome guy. Huge. Got a great story behind his rise to YouTube. And we do what's called Toy Hammer After Dark. So it's Joy Toy and Warhammer combined. It's been on a couple different Saturdays, but we've moved it to Sunday. So this coming Sunday, which will be 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. on the Pacific coast here. We will be talking about some of the new releases Joy Toy put out on Wednesday and Thursday. Some pretty awesome reveals, but we'll be chatting about them. There'll be some other stuff that Robert's putting his collector room together with actual IKEA shelves and all that, which is really neat. So he'll be talking about that, and I will be talking about how I built my collection and some of the display cases, some of the options that are available out there for you, whether you want to put Joy Toy in them or anything. There's some really nice stuff going on. So we're going to have that show, and that's on every Sunday night, either 10 or 11. It'll bounce an hour each week, just depends. But that's when we'll have it. Toy Hammer After Dark.
Now, do you guys talk about any McFarlane Warhammer too, or do you look down on those people?
No, we do. We do not look down on them. Okay. We actually, and Curtis, as you heard from, or you saw yesterday from you and I's one-on-one video chat, I have quite a collection of McFarlane. I have every McFarlane Warhammer that's been released. You can't grade them in the same. One of the things I like about McFarlane is, and I know from a lot of custom painters, I know that Curtis, you've made comments, and other people, that McFarlane's plastic is sometimes different, right? It's not, you have to do a little bit of work around it. But the end result is there's a couple of gentlemen out there. There's a gentleman from England, Britain, however you want to refer to it. He's on YouTube, and he does some amazing customs. And I'll have that link tonight on Let's Go Off-Roll, because there's been some people that ask me for it. But he takes McFarlane figures and turns them into these amazing works of art. And it's just phenomenal. So I throw no shade on.
If you want to send it to me, I can also put it in the description of this video. So,
yep.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think, with McFarlane, you get what you pay for, right? You're getting a more, bargain figure. And for that, a lot of times you'll have something where like maybe the paint apps aren't as great, but typically the sculpt is still pretty fantastic. Like that's what I find with the DC stuff. Like I'll look at it like that Doomsday that I repainted. It's like the sculpt is there. It's just in order to save money and offer it at the price they do, they reduce some of the paint apps, right?
Yep.
So I feel like they would definitely be customizer friendly.
I'll show you. Let me go grab one real quick and chat for a bit. I'll bring one out that's probably my favorite McFarlane one that he's done so far, and I'm actually really impressed with it.
Nice. I see MJ says, yeah, members only. Yeah, there's members only thing for PGG coming up tonight. That will be 8 p.m. Eastern, and then Off-World will start at 9 p.m. So an hour before that. They may start it. Sometimes they'll start it a little bit early. Sometimes they started at 7:30 instead of 8. So let me just verify that time. So now I'm listening to myself. While I pick that time, I'll in Big and Blake.
All right. So like I said, he's made a handful. Obviously, he picks and chooses probably because of licensing with Games Workshop. But this is the one.
Oh, nice.
That I think is one of the best ones he's done. You know,
cool.
The world leaders from Corn. So, I mean, it's Curtis, to Curtis's point, the paint apps. And I think the paint apps actually look better. I think the screen is just putting too much red into it. But the end result is this is a really awesome figure. It comes with some great, comes with some really good weapons. The weapons are authentic to that character. So he got the source material right. So McFarlane, people say what they want. I have nothing but mad props for McFarlane and what he does, the figures he turns out, the progression of his work. I mean, Curtis, like you're a DC fan collector of his, and when he first started the DC line, there's some hits here and there, but they were very few and far between. And as time has gone on, especially within this last year, and I remember when we heard that he was losing the license at the end of 2026 or whatever it is.
At the end of 25 is what it's supposed to be, but
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, but you even made a comment, man, he's really starting to hit his stride now with soft goods.
Yeah, I mean,
better.
They're putting on like face plates on the figures now. You're getting some soft goods with them. Some of the paint, like even just some of the characters that they've done, like are characters that people have wanted for a while, but we just haven't had them. So, yeah.
So, price point, what he does, he brings figures, especially in the DC universe. He brings characters to figure form. Yeah, he brings figures too.
He does bring figures, but he doesn't call them figures. He calls them figures.
Figures. Yes, he does. Stay tuned at 3
We
o'clock, guys.
We got a new
guys.
figure. We got a new figure coming. You're
It's hilarious.
Figures.
Hey guys,
I love Todd.
Todd McFarlane here. I just want to let you all know, like, if you got some time on Friday, 5 o'clock, we're going to be going live on Whatnot.
My favorite one is when they were showing the Mortal Kombat stuff, right? And they had like these signs all over it that said no photography, no video, whatever, like for all the toy reviewers and stuff. And he goes live on Instagram. He's like, it says here no photography or video, but you see that name right there where it says McFarlane? That's me. I'm McFarlane, and that means I can do whatever I want.
It sounds like somebody else I know.
And then he just started showing it.
Sounds like somebody else I know. Like this guy that has a show called Art by Ackerman. If you don't like his show, what can you do, Curtis?
You can start your own show.
There you go.
But yeah, he was just like, I'm sure there's probably other people at his company that are like, we were not supposed to show that yet. Like, but whatever. It's Todd. He's going to do what he wants. We got Jeff right here with us. What's up, Jeff? Jeff just finished the thumbnail for tonight's Off-World, so I will be getting that link set up after this is over, and that is for the weapons. So we'll be having a nice little bracket tonight. Did want to pull up this question for you. Well, first off, back to the PGG thing. It is 7:30 tonight Eastern, so make sure you're there if you're a PGG member. If you're not, $1.99 a month. They do free giveaways. They do all kinds of great members only content. This channel also has a members thing. And that's all these people over here you see with their name in green. And we actually are close to a milestone where we're at like 1,960 something members. Once we get to 2,000, we're doing a huge giveaway. I showed last week one of the prizes is a test shot for Jacob Marley, but we're gonna have a bunch of other prizes as well. So yeah, join our channel, join their channel for $398 a month. You could be a member of both channels. That's, I mean, $398. That's, you can't get anything for that. So
you can't even get in a Starbucks for that.
Yeah. So yeah, check that out tonight. 6:30 if you're a member. Sorry, 7:30 if you're a member. But MJ asked this question for you, Blake. Have you seen or gotten any of the Marvel blockies yet? I know I've seen videos and pictures, but I haven't seen anybody with them in hand yet. Have you gotten any of those?
I saw one in hand. I haven't got them, and they are pretty darn cool. Now they are stylized, so just know that they're not your traditional, probably right out of the comics. Go ahead, Jeff. Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Hear you.
They're based off of the Marvel Rivals game.
That's right.
Okay. That's why they're stylized.
Yep.
Except for the they're doing Deadpool Wolverines, and it's still stylized, sort of. I don't know.
Yeah, it's they look cool, and I mean, one of the things with blockies, and I'm not going to get on a rant here, but one of the great things about blockies, what really pulled me in, besides I like Transformers, is that they're fun. They're fun to build. They're just a fun, simple. You don't have to have a lot of brain power. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, even for myself, sometimes I just need I just want to build stuff and just have fun with it, and not have to look at a million directions and stuff like that. So I think it's one of those platforms that's out there. Now, one thing I have seen, Curtis and Jeff, that's really cool is the Blockies Sesame Street line.
Yeah. They're like this big. And
you have these little attachments you can put on their backs, and you can move them around.
They're puppets.
So if you're wanting to do like photo photography, like toy photography, you can probably do that and then take a shot. And obviously you just Photoshop out the little thing, but you could just do a stop motion with these things. That's actually pretty neat. And they made Oscar the Grouch already.
Yeah, I mean, they've shown some things that I wouldn't have expected that we would be getting in blocky form. So it's interesting.
Did you see the big reveal? I actually had it on. I think I had it on one of my stories. I've had it on a couple of my stories. Because did you see the Blockies Star Wars figures?
No.
I don't think I did.
Let me see. Oh my God!
Yeah.
So I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and you're going to sit there and say, "No, you're not," because you don't have any Star Wars figures anymore. You sold off all your shit, Blake. And I'm like, "You're right, I did." I sold off my Star Wars Black Series collection just because I rolled the money into something else, and it was stalling, and there was just some things there that I wanted to get different. I will tell you, they debuted a Mandalorian set, and they debuted a Darth Vader Stormtrooper set that will get me back into Star Wars. I'm telling you right now, Blockies, you did it. And the cost effectiveness are going to be, Rick Jones is correct. They are 5 inches. So it's going to be a nice, and they look really, really good.
Which, I mean, I would say is an average size.
Yeah.
I would say, that there's nothing to be ashamed about it with 5. I mean, I feel like that would be a pretty good, I would even say that might be a little bigger than what some are.
Well, to Rick's point, from what I read, and there's been limited. There was photo shots from I think one of the toy shows in Asia, where they showed this and this new line. And Darth Vader is taller than the Stormtroopers. Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
I think I saw were they like test prints? Were they all grayed out, or were they already painted?
They had some grayed out, but then they had one in the display. They had one where they show Darth Vader standing there with his lightsaber in a very intimidating mode. I mean, Darth Vader's intimidating to start with, but they had a bunch of the troopers with him on each side, and they had one sitting on the edge of this pedestal, swinging his legs. So, like, his articulation is excellent, that he could actually sit down, put his hands on the corner of whatever this display stand was, and he was just kind of like, doo-doo-doo, right in the middle of this, like, impressive shot. I think Darth Vader's probably going to be, you know, I think it's going to be a 3 3/4 line. I think it's going to be, and Darth Vader's probably 5-inch, and then they'll tailor down the stormtroopers because the stormtroopers were shorter than Darth Vader. So there is a size ratio, which is good. It would be kind of weird to have stormtroopers the same size as Darth Vader, but
for sure.
So that one really excites me, and I'm actually gonna. You guys go ahead and chat. I'm gonna see if I can find that picture and you can share it with everybody before the end here.
So, is there a way to change the batteries in the blockies? Like, so you
just pop the arms off.
Okay.
Take the chest where the neck piece is. You can just separate the chest piece out. So look on the bottom. See where the seam is?
Okay.
So you just pull that apart gently. And in the middle, the body has a little screw on it. You just undo the screw and put that little button cell battery in there.
Okay. I will do that later because it seems like that's not going to be done with me.
Yeah, and you don't want to I would just take like a little butter knife in that hole down there and just kind of wiggle it and then pull them apart so you don't wreck anything. Yeah. And up inside there's a body. Every one of them has a little body with a screw in it, and the body comes apart and you can put the button cell.
Cool.
Blocky Scott.
Rick Jones says $35 for Batman Returns was price gouging to the max. I only ordered Catwoman. I'll be honest, I didn't know that Batman Returns wave was out already, and I just went to the McFarlane store and it's all sold out, and I'm kind of disappointed. So I'm gonna, I guess, be on the lookout for that whole wave somewhere. So I see some of the figures available through GameStop, but I really kind of wanted to get the whole set. So if anybody knows where you can get the whole set of them, let me know. Let's see. All right. So I had went and got these books. Let me go ahead and big it myself here. So once again, this is from Shutterfly. So this was the first one. This was my first Legions Con. This was at the La Quinta. And after I got back, you know, I actually kind of, that first year, I kind of fell into a depression after Legions Con. It was such a high of being around everybody, and then after it was done, like knowing that it was going to be 12 months before I got to see a lot of those people again was just, it was too much for me to handle. And that's partially why, you know, a little bit after that, like we started the customizing studio and stuff and started doing that each week, because I was just like, I just was in a bad place. But one of the things that Darla had done is she took the photos from that year that I had and some other people had with me in there, and just put it together in this little book, which was a super awesome Christmas gift. And that way I could go back and, you know, kind of revisit the whole experience. Like this was the bust at Intern. And kind of went through, and it's almost like in chronological order, like how things went throughout the weekend. And it was just like the most thoughtful, awesome gift I had ever gotten. So then, you know, 2 years ago, then she said, like, she asked me what I wanted for Christmas. I was like, I just want that same thing every year from now on. So this was the year that the guy surprised me with the Curtis Con shirts. So this was Curtis Con in 2023. And then, you know, same thing, it just has a bunch of the pictures of, you know, the experience. Some pictures have me in it. Some are just like with other people and stuff. That's our son who was there a couple years ago.
Oh, nice.
He'll be back this year. So that's pretty cool.
Is that ice?
No, that's my son, Jacob. Ice.
Jacob. Gotcha.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
but yeah, he'll be here there this year. And there's me and the Lord, Stephen Bisciotti. So yeah, just, you know, and then last year was, you know, we had Curtis Con in 23. So 24 was Darla Con. And we had a small run of shirts made. A few people got these. We gave them out at the customizing studio event. We gave them to a few people, gave a few people some at the Purple Gang, but it was really small run. We didn't charge anybody for them. We just kind of handed them out. But so she put that one on the front there, and then same thing. So just a bunch of, pictures and stuff. So once again, Shutterfly, great place that you can kind of take your photos and either get something like this, like a book made. You can get these metal frames that are like metal, but they're also metal, and just kind of hang them on your wall and stuff. So really cool stuff. Highly recommend. And the prices aren't that bad either. Like the prices are pretty reasonable, I think. So, all right. That being said, back to yes, Darla is a gem. That is true. Ben says that's where she got Catwoman and Penguin was Best Buy. Okay, yeah, I see that. I see some of them are at GameStop, and I think if I remember right, I don't know. Every time you go into GameStop, I love GameStop. It's like a guaranteed I'm going to find something that I like there. But every time I go in there, they're just like talking to me the whole time. Like, I'm like, dude, just back off a little. Just let me like chill out. But I believe one of the times that I was in there, they were like, hey, if you ever need something, if there's something coming out that you need, let us know. We can order it. So I may just check with them and see if they can like order me the whole wave. So we'll see.
I sent you those pictures, Curtis, if you want to look at them in the chat and share them.
All right.
GameStop does take a deposit. And then sometimes they'll call you, sometimes they don't.
Okay.
And if they don't call you, they'll disregard your order and roll your and then your payment disappears.
Huh.
I've had issues ordering through GameStop. I'm just letting you know.
Gotcha.
So I've had the same things in some
that's
stores.
how I had to order the Scarecrow because it sold out in like seconds. So
yeah, I went with Best Buy.
So the key with the transition of GameStop, it's always in transition, is to roll them out, get your pre-orders done online. Mm-hmm. They're actually recommending everyone just do online. It's a lot easier. You don't deal with the store. I forgot to call you. They don't oops, I accidentally sold your pre-order, came in, and someone, yeah.
And it's perfectly all right for them to transition. Like, we're not trying to shame them for that. Like, they, that's what they're choosing to do. Like that's their own decision, and we support, and that's fine.
Yep.
So, just like with the whole 5-inch thing, like I think it's a reasonable, if not even kind of bigger than what some people would expect, so
it's just about the average.
Yeah, I'd say it's maybe even higher than the average. Maybe even, like if it's 5 inches, maybe you go, hey, that's pretty dang good, So yeah.
That next picture
these look fantastic. I would not expect that these are something that you put together. Like, it doesn't. It just looks like a figure,
Yeah. Look at the next one. That one with the troopers. That's what I was telling you. The articulation is shown there.
This, like the ones that are on screen.
Oh, did I not send? Let me look.
I can only pull up 2 at a time. So
yeah, no, it's the other.
Okay.
Let me see if I didn't make sure I sent it to you.
You probably did, but I could only pull up 2 at a time. So let me stop sharing and then see.
Yeah, it'll be the last picture, or the one next to the one with Darth Vader and the troopers. It's just all troopers just standing there in different poses and different articulation, which I was blown away. For a blockies put together figure, that's the point I'm.
Okay, let's share this. There we go. Yeah, I mean they're dancing and everything. So
dancing, one's laying down in the prone position on the left, on the right. There's 2 sitting down with their blaster, just their hands in their laps.
Yeah, I mean, like, even if you just look at like the Defender series for the Transformers, like, they're so small that you would expect them to be like 5 points of articulation, very stiff, and they are not at all. Like, the articulation of those things is amazing. So
smooth as butter, articulation's great, and no loose joints.
Yeah,
I mean, simple.
And if you're like a Lego kind of create stuff yourself person, you get that experience of putting it together, which normally I like, except for when I was trying to get out of the hotel room the one time to get my barbecue in Kansas City before they closed down, and that Optimus Prime took me like an hour and a half to put together. So That one kind of sucked. But the Defenders, like, you can throw those together in like, I don't know, 30 seconds, it's a couple minutes. Like it's not. The Defenders aren't bad, but you get those like the ones that have the picture of the character on the box or something. It's like those take a little bit.
Oh, the action.
This is a little bit bigger than a Defender, right?
Yeah, that's a classic. Yep,
that's classic.
Yeah, that's the one that took me forever.
Yeah.
There's so many different sizes.
Yeah. And you may have missed it earlier, Jeff, but apparently Blake is going to have a blocky money shot for us tonight. So, yeah, just FYI.
A blocky money shot that's going to be bigger than a Warhammer money shot. Right.
That's not the money shot, but that is also pretty cool.
Wave 8 of the Galaxy line. So I'm all excited about this one. Has there's 2 different chases in here. One is a translucent. You get this head of Unicron, but there's a translucent one that's white. And then in my new wave of Defenders, I haven't shown this off yet, but I did acquire one of the 2 Grail. Well, it's one of the 3 Grail figures, and this is the guy I got.
Nice.
That's cool. That's cool.
I mean,
of course, that is like the moment where he transitions into being a turd. But yeah.
Right. But this just shows you like how amazing these figures are. They're
pretty awesome. That's for sure.
Yeah, and the articulation. I think this is the point there. Oh, I went and grabbed one. I mean, the legs, the feet bend. They have our ankle swivel. Ankle pivot. Look at that. You can just ankle pivot it.
It's amazing the articulation they got. So
one of the people out there that's been doing some really cool stuff with the blockies photography, and I love his photography, is Sir Dork. He's got some really good reviews. He just he has a bunch of new ones he put out there. He actually bought all 4 series. He has a video where he bought series 3, I think it was, and then one of his videos.
Young dude, right?
Yeah, Sir Dork. He does some really cool. His photography is really interesting because it's like it pops. He has like these 3-dimensional water splashes, and everything's so crystal clear, and it just pops.
He likes using fireworks.
Yeah, go for it, Chris.
Listen, I like a good toy hunt video. I'm a big fan. Recently, I was in a situation where I needed to find a new toy hunter for, we'll just say, reasons.
Okay.
And so I was looking for some people, and some people give me some recommendations of different toy hunters. And I turned on one of Sir Dork's, and I was, because I've heard people talk very highly. And I'm watching it, and it starts out pretty good, going through the aisle and stuff. And then he gets to the Batman Forever vehicle.
I know which video you're talking about.
And says, "This is my favorite Batman vehicle." And listen, I can put up with a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things that I can handle. I don't dictate that people have to feel the same way I feel or like the same things I like. But if your favorite Batman vehicle is the Batman Forever Batmobile, I can't watch your shit. I just can't. I can't support you. I can't watch your shit. You need some get right. You need to go back, watch the Adam West, watch the 66 Batman, with the shark repellent and all that kind of stuff. You need to go back and watch the Keaton Batman movies. Like there's so many. Go back and watch Super Friends. Go watch Scooby-Doo from the 80s and watch Batman pull up in that blue and black vehicle with the headlights that look like eyeballs that pop up. Yeah, if I'm just, listen, I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm not saying that people shouldn't go and watch this guy. Seems like a young guy, seems like he's really putting a lot of effort into his YouTube channel, and that's fine. But yeah, if you come out with that line, Batman Forever Batmobile is my favorite Batmobile, I can't do it. Sorry. So.
Well, besides that video and that segment, he's got some cool stuff.
Okay.
Besides that,
I may have been so traumatized by that I mentioned it in my next 3 toy hunt videos, my travel videos, where I'm walking through and it was almost like that vehicle was stalking me, because it was in every place I went to, and they kept lowering the price. I think the last time I saw it, like it was like $15 for the vehicle and the figure, like $15. And I'm like, it's almost like getting to the point where it's like, we're going to make this so cheap that you have to buy this and you're stuck with this in your collection. And, but I fought it up until now. So
I need that one for the Alfred. Is Alfred come with it?
I believe, is that the one that, I don't think so. I think that's the one that comes with Batman. I think the Alfred one is, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'd have to look.
Keaton Alfred comes with the Batman Forever Batmobile, and then Morgan Freeman's Lucius Fox comes with.
I don't even know who this is. Somebody that works in HR.
No, you know who he is.
I have no idea who this is.
H.R. Geiger, the designer of Alien, that guy that does the Alien type artwork.
Yeah, I guess.
Like the movie Alien.
Yeah, and the character. Yeah,
that's probably why I don't like it.
Oh, you don't like? Yeah. Oh,
I'm not a fan of things being shoved down my throat. That's not. And I'm also not a fan of spiders. And if you have a spider shoving things down my throat, that is like the ultimate. I'm not a fan of that. Like so today.
He's a predator guy.
Our dog threw up today. Okay, and he's been having some trouble sleeping. We got him some medication. And this morning he kind of did this noise upstairs, which is like the, hey, I'm going to throw up noise. And then he ran downstairs because he knows if I'm going to throw up, I need to go outside. And he didn't quite make it all the way to the outside to throw up. So Darla had to clean it up. I'm not saying like I'm just saying like I was still kind of like, I hadn't even gotten up out of bed yet or whatever. So then later I had to go to the garage because my claim sale's ending soon and I had to get some boxes. And when I went to the garage to get some boxes, like there was a bunch of spiders and I had to listen, I'm not going to send somebody a box with spiders. I mean, you've seen my packaging, Blake, like it's all about the presentation. I'm not going to send you a box with spiders. So like I'm on spider, like shoeing duty out in the garage. And Darla's like, well, at least you didn't have to clean up puke. And I was like, listen, I would trade puke for spiders every day. And twice on Sunday. Like I would clean up two pukes to dealing with spiders. And then you take a spider and have it shove shit down my throat. Not happening, bro. Not happening. And
I got a question.
I'm not doing it. Mm-mm.
How do you, first off, kudos to you that you're willing to put shoes on little spiders. How do you do that? Because you said you're shoeing the spiders.
I was doing like where I was like picking up the boxes and I was shaking them.
Oh, that's shoeing. I thought you were being nice actually getting them ready.
I had one big box that had a spider in it, and then I used a smaller box to like scoop and throw like this.
So the spiders are now in another box that you.
No, I threw it. I scooped it and threw it, and one of them was like holding on to the side, like he was holding on to the little box, like I'm not gonna go, and then I had to like wipe him on the grass. So, but it was a whole thing, man. It was, and listen, don't come in here with the whole, spiders keep the other insects out and they actually they're helping you. Get the fuck out of here. I don't need that kind of spider propaganda in my life. Okay. And if you're going to come in here with the, how many spiders you swallow in your sleep, don't be coming in here with that nonsense either. I ain't trying to hear it. So you guys can keep your spiders, keep your alien spiders, keep your Batman Forever Batmobiles. These are just things that are not for me. So, but for those of you out there that love the Batman Forever Batmobile and you love spiders shoving shit down your throat, you can have it. It's just not for me. So
MJ Satin's got a point. I'd love to see a Curtis action figure. Well, we know what Curtis action figure, but
scoop and throw.
The scoop and throw.
Yeah. And
don't forget, while you're channeling your white girl, that you got to have your pumpkin spice while you're.
Oh, I wouldn't. I would be so worried that I would scoop and throw it into my cup. Like I couldn't. Okay. Yeah, you don't drink coffee while you're scooping spiders. So
now we got to come up with, or I got to come up with 3D accessories for Burgess. So.
Terrence says, I don't like roaches, but I will lick myself in a room with it. So I eliminate it.
Well, Terrence, Jesus, like this
I
is
love
save
when
that
he
shit for
texts when he's
off-world, man.
doing
But it's not
something
for the
else.
I
day
mean,
show.
listen, if I could do that, I would probably stay in a room by myself as well. Like, I don't know.
Hey, by the way, there's our
Quite
lightning round
flexible.
question tonight. Our lightning round question.
Speaking of articulation,
Smooth
Holy
joints, baby.
moly.
Smooth joints.
yeah,
Gotta love autocorrect.
camel spiders. No, I've seen those ones in Australia, and those things, oof, man.
Seen them with my own eyes.
Seen them too.
True story. I was
Yeah.
doing patrol. I was doing patrols in the Marine Corps in a lovely place in South America. We'll just leave it that way.
Mhm.
And I was walking through on a night patrol, and I felt the spider web on my face. And I don't freak out. I don't have a problem with spiders, but literally, I'm just standing with my rifle, and all of a sudden I feel this, and I literally went like this. I mean, if there was a night vision camera, I was like recon, my rectal tight ReconRage. I was just sitting there going, like, oh shit.
I would have hit myself in the face with the butt of the gun. Like I would have done one of those.
Are they different colors in South America? I've only seen Middle Eastern ones.
There's some different color ones. Oh, there's a.
Because the Middle Eastern ones were like tan and gray.
Yeah, well, they're camouflage, man. They're like infiltrators. There's no doubt about it. Like the insect world is smart, right? They camouflage themselves so because there's lots of predators after them. The spiders that I saw in like Philippines during jungle environment survival training and Malaysia and all these compared to the ones I saw in South America, compared to the tarantulas that are all over Camp Pendleton in California, all over.
Here's my thoughts on it. Like anywhere you live, there's pros and cons, right? There's pros and cons to wherever you live. And I was actually watching a video today of some guy that's over in Ireland, and he was talking about how crazy it is that like in the Midwest in the United States that people talk about like tornado season and like, and it's just a thing here, right? And they're like he said in Ireland, like years ago, like some like hay kind of swirled around for a few minutes, and they like freaked out, and that whole area has been like abandoned for years because of it. Like it wasn't even a tornado; it was just like some swirling hay.
Dust devil.
Yeah, and I'm like there's tornadoes here all the time, and like we don't even worry about it. It's like unless you're living in a trailer park, it's probably not going to really hit you anyway. But I was thinking about this, like people on. Like down in Florida, you got to worry about hurricane season. Like that would suck. There's people that like build their houses to where it's got to like be propped up by, sticks in the water and all this kind of stuff. Like that's a terrible situation. You got to, if you're on, in California, especially like the Northern California, so you got to worry about all the fires and shit. Like that would be terrible. Like at any given moment, like your house could burn down. But I got to say, huge Australian spiders, definitely the worst. Like if out of all the things that you could have to live with, hurricanes, tornadoes, wildfires, freezing to death, I would take all of those over giant spiders that are going to cover your entire property with webs and that are as big as your face.
I'll tell you right now, I was in Australia in 88, 87 and 90. And I'm going to tell you right now, the spiders out there are pretty freaking ridiculous. And so what do you want to do? You want to run from the spiders and jump in the ocean. And then they got all the great whites. They have tons of sharks off the coast. So you're like screwed either way. It's like, Australia. And if the kangaroos don't beat your ass on the way, because they'll literally fight you.
I'd rather get chewed up by a great white than have to deal with those spiders, though.
Oh, okay. I'm different on that one. Screw that. I have seen... There's an island off the coast of Camp Pendleton off of Southern Cal. It's called San Clemente Island. There's a resort island that people go to. It's called Catalina Island. It's a really cool island. If you ever have a chance to go and take a trip out there, it's really fun. But San Clemente Island is a military training island. And so we used to do, as part of my amphib reconnaissance type landings, invasions, we would train at that island. And my very first time, I'm sitting on a U.S. naval warship about 5 miles off the coast of San Clemente during the day, and I'm on the catwalk, and I look down to the water, and the water's absolutely just beautifully clear, and I see these like schools of fish, and I'm a young Marine, right? And the lieutenant walks up and he goes, What are you looking at? I'm like, wow, look at all the fish down here. He goes, yeah. He goes, big fish. He goes, did you know that San Clemente Island is the leading breeding ground for blue nose shark? And I go, excuse me? He goes, yeah, look a little closer. I mean, we're talking hundreds of sharks. And he goes, by the way, Marine, just wanted to let you know, you'll be swimming through there tonight. Talk to you later.
Wow.
And walks away. And I'm sitting there going, okay, I signed up for the wrong thing. This is not cool. Like, sharks freak me out.
Sharks are not fun, but like, you know, they say like if you punch a shark in the nose, like most times they're going to let you go. What I would worry about, like, I'm not a fan of the water. I'm not a fan, like, and I'm definitely not a fan of salt water. Like you might be able to get me like in a creek or a pond or a lake or something, but you ain't getting me in no salt water. I ain't going in no salt water. But I think the scariest thing in the water is not sharks. It's those like little like things that like swim up your pee hole. That's bad. Like but you have that stuff in the rivers and lakes, like the bacteria you can't see that'll go in there. That's why I wouldn't get into those. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I think that's the worst.
So, yeah, you go somewhere like if you go somewhere like hit the Amazon or the Nile or somewhere in Panama, there's a lot of stuff in the water that you literally want to put some duct tape
like
across your stuff.
You come out of the water and you got like leeches attached to you. That would suck.
Had that a million times. Those you don't need to worry about because I mean, if you think about it, leeches were used. They're still used in modern medicine for people that do like Eastern med because they suck out a lot of bacteria. They're actually very, very beneficial for you, and they're not going to hurt you, infect you, or cause you anything. Leeches aren't your enemy. They're just, it looks weird when you got this thing stuck on your arm, or your foot or somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well, good thing summer's over.
Like hotel pools. That's it. And I love it. I love a good hotel pool. But no, you're not getting me into the place where there's other things live. Like they live in there, and I'm gonna go in there where they live. No. Like they're eating, they're pissing, they're shitting, they're doing all that kind of stuff in there, and I'm gonna go in that. May as well swim around in a toilet.
So fun fact about swimming in the ocean. Yeah. So I spent a lot of time in the ocean off of various coasts, and I can tell you that there's what's called phosphorus. Excuse me, not white phosphorus. That burns the shit out of you. Phosphorus. Okay. Yeah. And phosphors are minerals that are in the water that when you're swimming in the water at night or you're out in a boat, especially where there's no city lights and you can see the water, you can see everything that moves underneath the water has like a trail behind it, like a torpedo. Mm-hmm. So I'm out there treading water, doing some stuff, and I look down and I see this big underneath you. And I'm telling you, I could sit here and tell stories and I don't want to bore anybody, but I'm very, see my thing that says be thankful. Mm-hmm. I am thankful every day that I get to be here and hang out with everybody. I'm thankful for everything I got because there's things I've done I should not be here. And there's somebody watching over me. Something's going on because, man, I've been through some really weird shit. And I can tell you that those spiders, I know you don't like spiders. Mm-hmm. I know that water.
It's just one of those things about the ocean, right? Right. Like how many ships over time do you think either just had an accident and went down, or they were, fighting with another ship and went down, whatever. Like there's a lot of dead bodies in the ocean, right? Like a lot of dead bodies. And there's like when, like, let's say that when a whale dies, where do you think a whale goes? It just, goes down to the bottom of the ocean and decays down there and stuff. Like, you want to swim in that? You want to swim in dead whale water, like dead person water? Like, that doesn't sound like fun to me. I'm sorry. That's not a good time.
I wear a lot of Nike stuff. I worked at the Nike. Curtis, we've talked about this. I worked for my company that was at the Nike headquarters for a long time, and I worked in operations. And I will tell you, you see a lot of the stuff that I wear has the Nike logo, just do it. Mm-hmm. I love that logo. I love that mentality for one main reason. I probably wouldn't have done the majority of the stuff that I've done if I thought. sometimes going through life, you just have to do it and then hope. There's an old saying in the Marine Corps. Would you like to be lucky or would you rather be good? And I taught my Marines year after year. And every time I went into a combat situation, I'd look at them and I go, here's to luck. And they'd all look at me like I'm freaking nuts. But here's the thing. When the skill set that you're taught wears out, you better hope luck is on your side. That's how you stick around. And the powers that be, I've been a lucky son of a bitch, and I'm very thankful for it. So
don't worry, the sharks will probably eat the whale anyway. Yeah, and then they're gonna shit in the water that you're swimming in. I'm just saying, like, that's that's their bathroom. Like, you're swimming in their bathroom. So just, I don't know. It's just not for me. And you know what? This leads to another discussion we were kind of talking about earlier. And I'm not going to get into like politics or this and that or whatever. But I see a lot of people angry right now. A lot of people angry online about different things. You got people on this side that are angry. You got people that are on that side that are angry. Then you got people in the middle that are like, shut the fuck up. Stop being so angry. Right. And here's what I would say. Like, we only have so much time on this planet, right? We got so many years, so many weeks, so many days, so many minutes. Don't waste it being upset. Like, don't waste it being upset. Do stuff that you want to do. Have fun. Enjoy life. Enjoy toys. Enjoy whatever it is that you like. As long as you're not hurting somebody else and your bills are paid, hey, dude, do it, right? But yeah, just like you said, like, be thankful. Like, go outside. I know people use that, like, touch grass as like an insult and stuff, but seriously, like, go outside, touch some nature, look at some clouds, look at the sky, like, take in the green out there and stuff, and look at the squirrels running around and gathering nuts and stuff. There's some cool shit going on. So, maybe focus on that. Like, if you knew that today was going to be your last day, what would you want to do? Would you want to spend it arguing with people online? And if the answer is no, then why do that on a normal day? Because you're wasting one of those days that you have. Don't do that. It's not fun. It's not benefiting any. And you know what else? Never once online have I seen two people arguing about politics to where one of them said, you know what? You made a good point. And you're right. And I've totally changed the way that I think now. That's never happened in the history of the internet. It's never happened to where one person convinced another person to change their thought pattern. So, you're not affecting anything. If you feel really strongly about one thing, the only people that you're preaching to are the people that already feel strongly about that same thing. And you're not changing the minds of anybody over here. And if you're over here and you feel very strongly and you're talking, like, you're just in these echo chambers. So stop being so mad. Just be happy. Enjoy life.
Check your instant message. I want to share this with everybody because I would like to finish up this conversation from my side with some love and positivity around the fact that what you said, Curtis, you're spot on. Mm-hmm. Life is about balance. And I'm not trying to get all philosophical here, but I just like to, try to, I don't know, just share where I've come through all the things that I've learned. And I've learned a lot of crazy stuff, sometimes the hard way. And there is peace in nature. Get out there, get active, take your break. This stuff here is amazing. And it becomes even more amazing when you have balance and you find that you can well-round yourself and connect with getting out there and seeing different things. So I sent you that video because this is a very beautiful place to me.
I didn't mean to cover you up, Jeff. Sorry.
So this is Lost Lake. I was out there last weekend hiking at the foot of Mount Hood.
Look at that. Look at the beauty in the world. So good.
And there's so much around you.
Oh, no, we're back on Jeff. I mean, he's beautiful too.
Well, that's beautiful too. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Like, look at
yeah.
Look at that. Wow. But, I just think that.
You're right. I'm not the boss of you, Terrence. You do what you want, man. Listen, we've talked about spiders. We've talked about sharks. We've talked about things swimming up your pee hole. And now we're talking about enjoying life. This is a crazy mail call. I was not expecting any of this, but it is what it is. So, yeah. But yeah, just enjoy stuff, man. Have a good time. don't waste these days. Like if you do the math and you figure out how many days that the average person has to live, you don't want to waste one of those days.
Terrence,
make the most of it.
Terrence, is there any mail in this video?
It was earlier. Now it's just males, MALE. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. To totally change the subject, my Michaels has doubled the size of the display with miniature world builders. Very cool. Awesome.
Nice.
Michaels also bought out Joanne's fabric, and some of the Michaels are going to start carrying fabric in them. So FYI for any of you that have your wives making soft goods. So.
Is Michael's Joanne's prices comparable to like Walmart?
I don't think so, but Walmart doesn't have as big a selection. So
yeah. Michael's is Joanne's daddy now.
There you go.
Not legend daddy either.
No, regular. Just regular.
Regular.
All right. Well, I've still got to put a bracket together. Come see us tonight for the coolest weapons in all of media. I believe it's all movies. I have to look back on the list, but I don't know that. Actually, one from a TV show might have made it in. It's not much though, but it's mostly movies. We've got 32 of the coolest ones. Hopefully, yours is on there. If it's not, and you're upset about it, what can they do, Blake?
Go start your own damn show.
There you go. So yeah, join us for Off-World. There will be no mail call next week. We may go live and do something, but I will be in at Jolanta. So I will not have mail to open because I will not be home. But we may go live and do something. But yeah, thanks everybody for showing. Oh, Jeff, did you have anything to open? I never even asked you. Did you have something you wanted to open on the show?
No, I need to show up because of my comment in our chat.
Oh, gotcha. Contractual attendance.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
What's your question? Terrence, before we leave, what's your question? I mean,
yeah, he says one question. Yeah, ask your question. But yeah, Off-World tonight. Busy weekend. Tomorrow, I've got Mod Squad. Me and Stacy will be doing Mod Squad, Art by Ackerman crossover. Double jointed. You never want to miss that. They're doing a fun Batman thing tomorrow. PGG tonight. They have the members only. Tomorrow they've got Brett going to be talking about Jolanta. And then Sunday, I can't remember who we got, but we got somebody for shooting the shelf. We got Rob Zamora.
Yes,
got old Rob Zamora.
Spooky Zorro.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. Is Doctor Strange's cape a weapon? I mean, I guess you could consider it a weapon. I can tell you it's not on the list, so I can tell you that.
There you go.
There are a couple superhero weapons that did make the list. So, but that is not one of them. Yeah. Yeah. And in a little bit, you'll get to see the thumbnail that Jeff made because I will be creating a stream here in a bit. So, and remember, if anybody does want to join us for that bracket tonight, you want to have your voice be heard. All you got to do is let me know and I will send you the invite. And then we'll keep inviting people until the screen is full. Once the screen's full, that's it. Yeah, Jeff.
Try not to make a double one because Dude already created one.
A double what?
A double stream.
Oh, he already created one?
Yeah, in our chat. He put it in there.
You. Appreciate that. Appreciate the heads up.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know if
you're
it's
in a double bracket
created.
because last bracket was like ridiculous. It was, what was it, 128 or whatever? It was like way too much. This one's only 32. It's just a 32 bracket, 16 on each side. Should be pretty easy. So, Green Lantern Ring did not make it. Sorry. Remember, this is from television or movies, and that movie was fucking garbage. So,
there was cartoons.
Hopefully, some of the weapons from Expendables made it.
You'll have to tune in tonight. Find out. Tune in tonight. I don't know that I would consider Batman's belt a weapon. The things from his belt, I would consider weapons, like the Batarang. That's consider
a gadget.
weapon.
We'll do a gadget bracket one day.
A gadget bracket.
Oh my God, that would be huge. That would be a
We did talk about Jeff had suggested maybe at some point like a Legion's weapon category, like judge the Legion's weapons. I could tell you which one would not make my list, and that's that big ass fucking Attila hammer that weighs like 5,000 pounds and he can't hold. So
no, we got to go with the Leodicius hammer instead.
It's cool looking. It just he can't fucking hold it. So
I mean, Greg's weapon.
It just stretches the fingers out. Like I've literally got mine propped to where he's just got his hand wrapped around it, because if you try to have him hold it, it'll stretch the fingers. It's that fucking heavy.
On those big hammers like that, I always have the hammer on the ground, like they're holding, like they're leaning against it, because that's the only way the handle at the bottom is small enough my hand doesn't get stretched out.
Well, that being said, also I don't even have Attila in that arm. I don't use Attila 2.0 version 2 because I made it into an orc, because he came out with the tactics orcs. So
Attila into an orc. Okay, that's cool.
I do have him holding it in the air, so surprisingly, but yeah, it's this guy.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I had to modify the orc head in order to get the helmet to fit on him, but yeah, I turned him into an orc, and then I turned the Gorgo into an orc as well.
It's very like secret invasion of you.
Yeah, it's like scrolls. Yeah.
So I was gonna say, exactly.
That's the other one.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
Gorgo orc.
Yeah. Yeah. So
that looks like a new face paint. The new face paint on the armory.
I already had the version 1 of Attila, and I had a fake version 1 of Gorgo that I made myself. Nice. Speaking of fake ones, let me show you my Photho, which was my fake Otho that I had up until just recently. This is my Photho. That is the with blue tack, because he doesn't even have a neck. That is the Bishop Mezco head on top of a body that I painted. So yeah, that was Photho. So
worked for a little while.
Yeah.
Does he have the M over his eye?
He does. He does have the M over his eye.
Right.
Yeah. But it was a pretty decent head. You know, it just doesn't work with the neck pegs, and I didn't feel like dremeling it out. So I was just like, let's throw some blue tack. Nobody's gonna notice it.
That's a cool photo.
Yeah, it's got a shit ton of blue tack. So
that's the most flexible neck I think in an action figure right there. They can go anywhere.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Well, I've tried to end this like 5 times now. We're gonna say goodbye. That's a good one. That did not make it, but that should have fucking made it. I didn't even think about cartoons. That's fucking that would have been a fucking good one. I might have to kick something else off the list. I think that's gonna have to fucking be in there. I mean,
Sword of Grayskull.
Well, I put the movie one in there. Which
so maybe we just keep it at movies. Like,
no, I think this has to make the list. This is that's a fucking good MJ. That's a good suggestion.
Yeah,
it is a good one.
This one not gonna make it. This one not gonna make it. That one not gonna make it.
The Sword of Thundera.
But dude, this one, that's a fucking good one too. Because it does give him sight beyond sight. I mean, I've got some ones in there that I would consider to be iconic but weak, like Indiana Jones's whip, right? Like it's iconic, but is it like the coolest weapon of all time? You know, so I've got a few that I could probably throw out in order to throw some of these in here. So, no, we said TV or movies. So,
Spell check doesn't like Terrence today. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's just in there licking himself. He doesn't know what the hell.
He's licking himself.
Somehow that gets rid of roaches. I don't know.
I don't know who Thungar is, but
I don't know either. But I didn't know that licking yourself got rid of roaches. But if I ever see a roach in my house, I'm just
start licking yourself.
Yeah.
Honestly, you should probably practice just in case you do see a roach. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah. It'll be like that. Oh shit! Here, hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. I got something I got to share with you.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hey Jeff, how you doing down there?
I'm good. How are you?
No, you gotta look up, dude.
You're gonna want to see this.
I'm all right.
All right.
You guys are just silly.
Oh well, you know, it's Friday. It's a good day to be silly.
Come on, Jeff. You got a platform here. Tell the people what they need to know.
Hey, what's going on with Cosmic Jeff? Is Cosmic Jeff how's that? You ever thought about the new line come? Oh, speaking of which,
I'm not very cosmic right now because I got into cosmic after both aux crew waves were in pre-order. Wait, got your all in. That's awesome. I love Ovar. That's why he's my he's my Facebook profile avatar. Because
I'm telling you, Jeff, in all, like, just support, not flexing here. You will love this figure.
Yeah.
You will love this line.
Yeah.
This is my favorite.
I love the line. That's why I'm cosmic, but I'm gonna love that wave.
But this wave, yeah, that's what I meant to say. Wave, excuse me. Sorry.
I saw the Tusk armor first, but then, I saw the Ox Crew suits first, and then I saw the Tusk armor, and I was like, oh shoot, I gotta combine both of them. I've got so many ideas.
So we were talking about Terrence licking himself and how people should practice that. This was I was watching. My wife was going to kill me at one point, and Jeremy DeWitt said that he tried that when he was younger and he almost made it. And this was the visual. This was the visual that he gave us about him almost making it.
Oh my God.
So, for a long time, I had this as my screensaver on my phone. Like, this was my wallpaper.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
He's like, I was right there. Like, it was like almost. So,
Cram's got a point. We only got a few more hours. We can just keep going to Off-World.
This should not have been on the Art by Ackerman channel. For anybody that's watching this that normally is here for the customizing content, I just want to apologize, and we will be back to your normal schedule programming next time. So, will they talk about licking penises? I don't know. All right, you guys have a good one.
Bye.
Dayton, I guess.
Bye.